up, everybody? Welcome back to the Animation Revaluation podcast. I am your host, Lizer, and with me, as always, is Jay. What's up, Jay?
It's your boy.
It's the boy. How's your week been, Jay?
Uh, I I guess I've been kind of miserable, but that's only normal in the heat.
Dude, big mood. Oh shit.
How about you, buddy?
I'm alive.
Can't complain about that.
Yeah, I mean, well.
I can, but
you know how it is.
yeah.
No, but we've been good. We had some fun last week. We saw some cute shit, and Jay, you had the opportunity to pick what we're watching this week, and you gave us Overlord. Want to give us a little insight on that?
It's my religion. At this point, it might as well be my own fucking religion. At this
Might
point.
as well be.
It's crazy. And there's just so much more that I still don't know. But it's a work in progress. But so Overlord started out as it was like a web novel. Then it got a manga. Then it got animated in that order. And wow, I'm blinking. Bad.
This is my religion. I don't remember shit.
But it was written by Maruyama Kugane, and the illustrations for the manga was Sobin for English translations. And how do I at least keep this as simple as possible? Well, our main character, his name is Mamanga, and he is a guild master in the game called Yggdrasil. Yeah? I hate trying to pronounce that name.
Yggdrasil?
Yeah,
You got it.
not bad. But it's still more of the I guess you can say like full dive kind of like virtual reality gaming at this point in time in the year of 2138. I don't even know how I remember that. I'll be honest. But he's sitting at a very large table in a very fancy, like, I guess a meeting room, and sitting basically across from him, or kind of a couple chairs over, is a friend of his, old guild mate. And Momonga, he invited a bunch of the rest of the guild to join him for the last the last day of the Yggdrasil servers being online. And I don't remember which friend it was.
Yeah,
so
I don't
bad.
know. Only one of them showed up though.
Yeah, only one showed up, unfortunately, and he's really bummed out about it.
And even that guy was like, I got other shit to do.
He's like, yeah, I'm being overworked and don't really have much time to play anymore, so but I showed up for you just to check in. And he wanted most of them to stay online until like the servers actually went down at like midnight, but unfortunately had to log off. Busy man, IRL things. It's kind of just how it goes.
Yeah.
But Momonga basically spends the last like 15 minutes in the server just going through, it's like looking at NPCs, um, just kind of reminiscing, the good times that he had with his guildmates, which was actually named Ainz-sama. And the whole guild was actually made up of player characters that were all like undead or like I guess I could say monstrosities at this point.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like anything that wasn't really human or alive in the game, and it was just kind of a place where people, because there was like a lot of like player killings and stuff like that going on in the world because undead undead player characters, the whole the whole spiel of like MMORPGs and live PvP everywhere.
That's racist.
So they ended up they ended up coming together, creating this massive and beautiful guild, and at one point was within the top 15 strongest guilds in the game. I think it was number 2 at one point, and then right before the server shut down, they dropped down to like 41st. Still a lot.
Yeah.
Still pretty good too.
Wait, they dropped down right before the servers went down?
It's like the decline of like people not getting on.
So wouldn't that
and,
make
like,
them go up then because they were still active?
I guess, but I think there were like other guilds like trying to see this like through to the end.
Here's a
The
picture
hard-
of the outside, by the way.
And
It's like the only good one I could find that wasn't of Minecraft.
it's crazy how much is like not shown because it's all underground.
It's all on the ground.
You would never think something that tiny would be like really impressive.
It looks like a farmhouse, dude.
But the timer is like 11:59 on the servers. He's like, well, I'm gonna just stay here, as he's like sits in the throne, like the very like heart of the holy tomb or the great tomb of Nazareth. Nothing about that place is holy, but and time rolls over into the next day. He's still logged into the game, and he's just like, I can't bring up like my console, I can't bring up GM commands, nothing. And he's has like a mini meltdown. Like everything just kind of slaps him in the face at once, and he's just kind of hard. It's just really hard for him to kind of contain the situation, not really lose himself in this brand new world. He kind of knows, but he's kind of feeling out to see if there's differences between the game and the actual space he's in now. But I'll get to that later. With the NPCs now, before, there were never like facial, there was like no facial expressions, so most people would interact with each other through emotes or like just typing emotes and other things of the sort. They were never like really distinct expressions. So now, with him not being in the game anymore, he kind of figures out that he's in a whole different world, but it's still the game that he knows. to a certain extent.
Mm.
And the first person I believe he runs into is Albedo. Could be wrong. I've I've seen this shit multiple times. I still get it wrong sometimes. But she's just completely puzzled as well as intrigued at the same time, I guess. Well, they're both kind of intrigued at the moment because he's just like, oh my god. It's like, wait, all the NPCs are like moving on their own. I don't have to input commands or anything.
Holy shit.
He's just blown. His mind's just blown at this point. But she is absolutely devoted to this man. I don't even know how badly to fucking describe her character.
I mean, what's on her
But
head?
I mean, she has horns. I mean, yeah. Okay. The whole, I don't know. This is like really weird. Cause she has white horns, but she has black wings sprouting from like her lower back. So we're already just like, okay, cool.
Her
She's
color
like,
design is based on the albedo effect. I'm guessing you don't know what that is.
yeah, you just hit me with something I didn't even know about.
The albedo effect is when like lighter colors like white get rid of heat, and then darker colors like black attract heat.
Oh.
Yeah, so they just used a lot of black and white in her design because of her name.
Oh. I actually didn't know that. That's actually really cool.
Hey, there we go, Lizer.
Once again, hitting me with stuff I didn't even know. And what was really, I guess, I mean, in anyone's like first, I guess, idea of doing anything at all is a kind of getting a feel for your surroundings. Oh man. And
Pretty sure he got a real good feel.
oh, absolutely. But basically, long story short, he wanted to make sure everything that was around him was actually real and that he can interact with people physically. So he decided to group out Beta.
Not in a
But to
bad
be
way,
fair,
by
he
the way.
acts. No, he acts first
Yeah.
too, and she was completely for it.
Oh, she's 100% down to clown. She's so horny for him.
But that's not her fault. Before the servers went down, he went into Albedo's backstory and self-inserted a line that she was just madly in love with his character. And yeah, he didn't expect this shit. That's for sure.
Bro, you know what's sad?
Mm.
When you realize that no girl will love you as much as Albedo loves him.
They really do that. Cut out too. That was so bad. I like how you cut out right then and there too.
It'll be on the recording, it's fine.
Okay. I have to listen to that later. But yeah, he cops a feel and he's like, this is nice. Quite literally. That was just his like emotion at the moment. It's like, nice. Oh. Why is someone
I'm doing a podcast.
busy? Any other time, no one wants to fucking message me all day. As soon as I want to do my fucking podcast on Fridays, leave me alone.
Hey man, long time no see. Who are you?
You took everything from me. I don't even know who you are.
Yeah, basically.
But let's get back to. Do I want to do the Floor Guardians first?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, we can do the Floor Guardians. Okay, so I'll do them in order of floors, so if I remember them properly.
Dude, I was about to say, damn, dude.
If I can remember them
Like,
properly,
I
at
barely
least.
remember names. You're like, yeah, I know which floors they're on.
I'll try my best. But I know for sure Shaltier is the guardian of the first, second, and third floor. Oh, that's a nice picture. That is a nice picture.
Yeah, it was kind of hard finding a decent picture that I felt comfortable showing on the podcast. Yeah, there you go.
But anyways, um, she is a true vampire in this world, and I believe she actually died when she was like 12. At least it's written in the backstory that way.
What is a true vampire?
A true vampire is a vampire that can actually go out in the sunlight and be okay.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's a it's a little weird to explain, but it's also like her class.
Shaltier's blade confirmed.
Yeah, so basically they can go out in the daytime. It's rare though, but um what makes them kind of special is that if say she kills someone, the person that they killed becomes a servant under her. Like they'll become a vampire servant.
Mm.
So she is pretty scary.
Yeah.
um but she I don't know.
She is also
She's-
horny for.
Oh, I don't even want to get into that. I don't
She's
even
not
want to get
programmed
into
to
that.
be.
Oh, yeah, she's not that's just how she is.
Yeah, because he's undead, right?
Yeah, she has like. Okay, so long story short, the person,
No.
variation where you're just like, oh no. Her creator basically was a complete hentai game fanatic. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but complete hentai game fanatic, and he was just like, I'm gonna make this character because of my love for hentai games, and it was just like he had an actual fucking ball with it. The only thing that is just completely there's a lot of things in her biography that should stay in the closet.
Oh yeah.
That shit should not see the light of day.
That's also not an excuse for her either. For like, oh yeah, her creator was like a hentai gamer. I'm a hentai gamer. I don't want to create a 12-year-old necrophiliac. Like, what the fuck? There's no excuse for this bullshit.
Yeah, there's no excuse, but there's a lot of things in that closet that just stays closed.
I said, I'm sorry, mama.
She's also very in love with Ainz for her own reasons. You'll mostly catch her, in the like, I don't even know. It's like purple. That ball gown, basically.
Yeah. It's very fancy.
Very fancy. Sorry, she's not 12. She's 14.
Oh, big difference.
Listen, I gotta keep my facts straight, bro.
All right, you got
I'm
it.
not.
You got it.
What else? She gets clowned on by one of the other guardians, the floor guardians, I believe. I think it was Aura. Because Mary is the boy, but Aura and her brother Mare are the guardians of the sixth floor. And
Don't let the picture confuse you. They are not who you think they are.
Ideally, to keep it simple, they are cross-dressed twins, dark elf twins. And I don't know what the fuck happened there. I just couldn't find anything.
just they just kind of wave it away, like, yeah, our creator just made us this way. All right.
They just like they didn't even pick at it, nothing. Oh man. But Aura is the more outgoing, more enthusiastic out of the two, and then Mari's the boy, and very shy. I don't know why they had to put him in a skirt.
I don't know why they had to give him a bowl cut.
That too. I think the bowl cut was just like too much.
Just
I couldn't mind. I didn't mind the whole cross dressing thing, but the bowl cut is just like, yikes.
Look what they did to my boy.
But those two are they're actually pretty strong together,
Yeah.
and as well as individually. So,
I wish they were older.
Yeah, this would make me feel better if a lot of
Yeah.
it would just make me. It'll be easier on my conscience. Oh man.
Like, I want so bad to say like dark elves hit different, but it just feels weird right now to say that.
Oh man.
I like the opposite heterochromia. I think that's cool.
I didn't catch it like the first time that I ever watched this, that it was the opposite for like both of them. And I was like, oh, that's actually really cool.
I was gonna make a really bad joke right now.
Oh no.
I'm debating on whether I want to say it. It's not even funny. It's just bad. Let's say, or the female one that's in the boys' clothes has the acorn necklace, and I was like, yo, I can't believe they put a nut on her chest. That's bad.
Stop. Oh no. That's just bad. Oh no. But anyways, between Shoutier and Aura, they kind of go back and forth, you know, because Shoutier's already dead. She's not gonna grow anymore, and Aura is like just poking at her because Shoutier heavy pads her chest, heavy. Because the whole thing that kind of started it was that Shoutier like used the gate spell, even though in Nazarick you can't really teleport around unless you had a special ring. And I guess some things just kind of surpassed that, and she teleported in, and they were just like, yeah, why don't you just kind of like walk or run in that case? And he was just like, and she's just quiet. He's like, yeah, we know. Don't have to hide it. We know you're padded, like heavy. It's like, okay. It's like not even 5 minutes into the episode and people were fighting already. It's
Over
crazy.
tits.
Yeah. But it was really weird because Ainz is like, yeah, this is kind of normal because the creators of the twins and Shoutier were actual siblings. So I guess that's where that kind of comes from.
Yeah, like sibling rivalry.
Hmm. Um, what we have is it Demiurge? Yeah. Demiurge is I don't remember. I think it's on the fourth, but that's not important. He's the essentially the big brains of Nazarik's defenses, surveillance, and 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 it's like information gathering,
Mm.
which is ironically really cool.
Yeah.
And I was like, when I think of surveillance, I always think of cameras, and I was like, I don't think they have cameras, but magic's a thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, magic's stupid sometimes.
It's just an excuse. Can I say, like, when I first saw this character's design, like you said, he's the big brain, right?
Yeah.
I 100% expected a character that looks smart but was just gonna be like comedic relief stupid. Just based on his design, like I don't know, I got that vibe from him.
Uh-huh.
I was kind of glad that he wasn't, that he was actually a smart character.
Yeah. That's what the comedic relief is actually more the side characters,
Yeah.
actually. So a lot of the main cast is actually pretty serious. Besides like the minor the moments that they have. But Demiurge is the brains of Nazarick, at least is among the four guardians. And I have to say, usually I always think that when I at first glance, he was definitely going to be like a person to betray Ainz, even though I always knew that they're all devoted to him. He would never do it. So I guess it's still like really weird to me, but overall, not too terrible of a character. Definitely, you get to see more of him later. You don't get to see too much of him early on.
Mm. I also get the feeling that he fucks.
Why is
I'm just saying, man. Look at him. This dude fucks.
I don't know why, but that was just really random.
Just saying, man.
Hey, I'm not mad at you. But like, that was just really funny. I don't know.
I don't know where to go from there.
I guess okay. So back to Demiurge. Demiurge is in theory, scientist as well. He basically, if you get a prisoner, if you ever get captured trying to raid this place, you're gonna see him.
Yeah.
That's all I can really that's all I can really say. That you'll be seeing him and it's not gonna be pretty. One of my favorite four guardians, Cocytus.
Cockeitis.
Oh my god.
Hey, Kakaitis!
The dub ruined that for me.
We had a watch along and we decided, hey, we're watching this in Japanese with English subs. For one episode, we should just listen to the English dub. Don't do that.
Biggest mistake of my life. I don't know how I watched this the first time in English.
Kakaitis. And then in the same episode, they call him by his real name. Like, how do you fuck it up in the same episode?
I don't understand. But Kokitas is a, well, for one, he looks like an insect, which he is.
It's like a beetle, right?
But yeah, it's like, I forgot what exactly he is, but he's an insect walking on 2 feet. He's like a fusion between a mantis and an ant. And apparently his tail is about as long as twice his height.
Damn.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. He's also one of my favorite four guardians based off of looks alone. So Cocutus is basically your typical, I wouldn't say typical, but he has a warrior's like heart, basically.
Yeah. He's a true warrior.
He's all about that action.
I'll throw hands with anybody.
He's like he's quite literally, I wouldn't say built different, but he's always ready for a fight.
He is quite literally built different. He has built-in armor and shit. He's cheating.
He's cheating. He is, and so all of the floor guardians, they get like little I guess titles, I guess. And his is the ruler of the frozen glacier. I mean, pretty self-explanatory. He's quite literally an ice beetle. It's like ant, like it's like an ant. It's like an ant.
That's one cool motherfucker.
Yeah, but he's what he's in charge of is like Nazarix's like physical defense. He's he trains most of the, I don't know, it's like most of the maids and like servants, like combat maids and butlers are also pretty cool.
Like anyone involved in combat, he trains.
He trains, yeah. I mean, he could be my training buddy.
He seems like, out of everyone, he seems like he'd be the most serious in like any given situation, like the most on point person.
See, you would think that.
Yeah.
But he is, but he also has his own moments where he has his own fantasies of being an uncle.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of wholesome.
Yeah, it is.
2, 3, 4. Did I miss any of the floor guardians? Like I did.
I don't know if he is a floor guardian. I don't really know much about him. Butler dude.
Oh, Sebus.
Yeah.
So Sebus isn't a floor guardian. He's actually the overseer of the Pleiades, or the six sisters. And basically, who Sebus is one. He's a combat butler with the title of the Iron Butler. So that also kind of scares me.
Is that like Iron Chef?
I guess
that wasn't even me making a joke, like, because Iron Chef is like the top in their field, right?
Yeah.
So I'm guessing an Iron Butler would be the same.
I'd say so. Yeah, he's actually really good at what he does.
Yeah.
So yeah,
He has
I
the
guess
most
that's where that.
lazy name. No.
Oh hell yeah! Come on, man.
Sebastian. Sebastian.
It's like really.
Like it's clever, but it's like it's lazy.
Mm.
And he leads the mates.
Yeah, so he oversees the maids. Whatever they're either when they go out on missions, he's there. Or if they need to report back to someone, that's who they report back to.
It's like a sub boss,
Like a sub boss, yeah.
an assistant manager.
But base what he is, he's about he's like I'd say Ainz's right hand. He's always calling on uh I keep calling him I'll get that. I'll get to that later.
Who Ainz?
Um, yeah. The reason why there's two different names for him.
Among Us.
Hey, why?
Lord Among Us.
You're gonna make me hate this series.
Bro, don't be a sussy baka.
Alright, that's it. Podcast over. I see. Yeah, 2 weeks. Um, he's definitely one of the most or one of the most reliable people the in the tomb. He's very strict, very I'd say stoic. I don't know. That word just doesn't feel right.
It is though. It does fit him. It just like he's such a powerful presence that even stoic doesn't feel like it's enough.
Yeah. But that's just how he is. His presence, how he carries himself is just perfect. I don't even know how to really describe him. He's just that. He's just that guy.
He's built different.
I think I'm gonna have to like rewatch this and drink every time I've heard the word built different.
Yeah. We'll make
This is
t-shirts,
gonna
don't
be
worry.
beautiful. Then we'll get to the battle mates.
Which I
My
don't have
favorite.
pictures of.
I think I do. So we'll see how this goes. First one on the list. Don't really get this. Well, you get to see actually a bit of Narberol or Nabe, as
Yeah,
she's
because
called.
in the first 5 episodes, we like get to see them in the background, but we're not really introduced to them, right?
No, you don't get to see it. We get to see them, but that's about it.
They're just kind of standing there.
So that's Narberol. This is Yuri. I don't remember who's the oldest, but that's not the point right now. This is Yuri. Same kind of like, you notice how the dresses are made out of the same like material almost.
Yeah.
It's like really close, but then they're all like different. You know?
Can I just say that like out of the 2 you've sent so far, the second one kind of like hits different. I don't really know why.
It's the glass.
You sent that to me and I was like, oh, hello.
This is CZ Delta, and basically, automaton.
Dude, she's missing her hand.
Other hand, the gun.
No, she's missing it though. There's nothing there.
That's okay.
Just a bad camouflage joke.
I might be a little blind. One, two, three. This is solution. We see solution like later on. She creeps me out because she's just scary.
Oh, hello. Hey. Dumb legs, though.
Thank you.
Now I'm scared. Why does she creep? Oh man. Oh man, don't do this to me. Fear is the only thing that can beat the horny.
Yeah, be careful.
Oh no.
This is Ainz-sama.
Ah, bug bitch.
Yeah. See, normally I'd be like, oh, it's a bug, but she's kind of adorable in her own way.
Yeah. I just got the goosebumps looking at her.
And last but not least, Lupus Regina. It's taking a little bit to send. Yes, I love getting thrown on.
Ah. She looks like she'll tell me about her ninja way.
She'll probably tell you about something else.
Oh, what does that mean? Go into more detail, sir. Don't leave me hanging.
So, and this is one of the maids that I definitely looked into the most for specific reasons. But she is one, a werewolf.
Uh-huh.
Yes. You see the hat hides the ears. And so in this world, right, you know how you usually have like your what is it called? It's like the neutral, the chaotic good and stuff like that. It's like your I forgot what they're called. I have no, what are those called? I can't remember.
Alignments?
Alignment, yeah. I could not think of that word for for the fucking hell of me. But everyone in this world has an alignment, or in this world they call it karma. Her shit's negative 200.
Okay.
And on that scale, it literally has significantly evil next to it.
Oh.
But what's really interesting is that all the maids have different numbers. Not all of them are evil. Some of them are neutral, actually. I don't know if any of them are good, but it's between neutral and like kind of evil, and then, you know, all the way at fucking negative 200. But Lupus Regina, I wouldn't say she's the strongest one, but definitely the most sadistic one out of everyone in the fucking tomb.
Nothing you have said yet has swayed me into not going to a certain website and putting in certain codes to try to find these characters.
Oh man. You know what? I'm not even mad at that statement. I'm not even mad. But her little tag is sadist with smiling mask. I don't know what the smiling mask part. Oh no, never mind. I remember.
Abort.
Never mind, I remember that now. But yeah, and it's explained a little bit that on full moons, like she can be like pretty cruel, like really bad with her cruelness. Full moons, you can forget about it. It's just out the window. I don't know what happens. Just know she's just brutal on full moons.
I'm liking this more and more, honestly. I think this might have awoken something in me.
Oh no. He's fallen in the hole.
Bro, I'm gonna fucking stream one day and I'm gonna have like a gimp suit on. Like, what happened to Lizer? I don't know.
But there's actually one more there's one more Pleiades that's not really talked about, and it's actually the only human in Nazarick, and it's barely mentioned though, even in the manga or even in the light novels. But she's the only human, and she's Pleiades, and also the only really. It's just that they don't die; they're just an immortal human.
Mm.
Not really too much honor though.
She's just kind of
And,
there.
Yeah, there's not really too much. I can't even pronounce the name. It's like Aurele. Aureole.
Nah,
it's
you got me
Oreo.
there.
Yeah, I think it's Aurele, but that's really, I think that's all of the characters too. At least, well, I mean, oh no, there's also I get to it, but as for the wrap up on the characters, the main plot is basically Ainz exploring this world, uh learning more about it as he goes, and kind of just like spreading the name of the guild, which is Ainz Al Golem, throughout this entire world, in hopes of running into his old guild mates or people that actually played the game, to see if they were in here, if they were like stuck in the game with them as well. And over the course of the time, you see a small village get attacked by, like, I wouldn't say they're not like guards, they're more of mercenaries,
Yeah.
and they just kind of ran, and I'm just like looking through like his all-seeing mirror, kind of fucking pinching his fingers and stuff, fucking how you use Google Maps on a touch screen. I thought that was kind of funny. That was funny. And he sees like the father of like two kids, or two girls, two sisters, and like he can't hear the sound at all because it's just one-sided, but like what got him was that the father looked at him and mouthed something to him. It was like, "Save my daughters," or something like that. And Ainz really felt that. I don't It's really weird how that happened, because Ainz at that moment felt like the father spoke to him, so he went to go check it out, and it was just a giant mess for the mercenaries, honestly.
Yeah.
It was a absolute mess. Ainz doesn't know his own strength, so he's just constantly like limit testing. He's trying to see, he's like, what tier magic can I cast?
It was like 20 minutes worth of, and this is to go even further beyond.
Like, he was killing humans with like 5th tier magic, and that's like a normal for him.
They're like, oh, magic only goes up to tier 7. He's like, well, this is a tier 12 spell. Like,
It's
what?
like, oh. I was like, oh, okay. It's like, well, that's great. But he summons a death knight from one of the dead mercenaries, and it just fucking rampages, kills all. The very specific command was that Ainz like pointed at one of the dead mercenaries and was like, "Yeah, all of those guys, yeah, kill them all." And like the Death Knight was just like gone with the wind. He was having an absolute ball.
Didn't they start like fucking with them?
Like yeah, because he was just because they could tell that like the Death Knight was just having fun. Like, he was just having a good old time. Oh my god, I was just that's just overkill.
Oh yeah. It's like a whole nother level above overkill, honestly.
Like I think Ainz said that like fucking Death Knight was like level 60 or something like that. And these dudes are like fucking 20s at least. And I was like, wow. Because like the Death Knight wasn't even phased when they were hitting him because of its massive ass shield.
Yo, his shield was the size of like two dudes. And he was just like bonking them with it and they'd go flying.
It's like actually getting fucking shield bashed. That shit's not fun.
Legend of the Shield Hero.
I actually found out that was getting delayed.
Uh,
Yeah. But with the two sisters, I only have one of them here, unfortunately. And her name is Henri. I don't know. Why isn't one sending? Please,
thanks,
please
Discord.
be nice. Please be nice to me, Discord.
Hey, it's the older one.
Yeah. I don't have one for the younger sister. But...
Fucker. This one gets like sliced on the back, right?
Yeah, but like right before Ainz like comes in, I found the younger one. So it's Henri and Nemu.
Nemu?
Yeah,
Ew.
yeah. That's what I said. I was like, ugh.
Like I think of like the Nomu from My Hero Academia.
With that face, yeah. That face
Oh
is
my god, that would be
scary.
horrifying.
But yeah, the village that got attacked, Ainz is and Ainz actually had to wear a mask, you know, COVID-19 precautions.
COVID-19 back in 2015 when this anime came out. They knew.
But he wore a mask and gloves, so that way the village wouldn't like freak out. It was like because he's like a skeleton. He's literally a lich, and you know they were willing to give him everything, and he was just like, nah, I just need information, bruh. It's like that if that's all you can give, that'd be just greatly appreciated because he didn't want the money. And one thing that I did find out was that he found like one of the gold coins in Nazareth from like actual Yggdrasil
Uh-huh.
and got it like actually balanced out, like converted into gold pieces from the town. And I was like, oh, so there's a difference in money. But the gold pieces from Nazareth was like 2 or 3 gold pieces in the towns in the cities, and I was like, oh, that just sounds like a lot.
Yeah, that's why he was saying that they should probably avoid using them.
Yeah.
Ainz starts a recession.
This is the fucking everything just kind of falls flat. He's the one supplying the money. And he gets the information he needs, and later on a like actual knights from the capital come. I believe the capital city is called Erantal. I think it's Erantal. And you meet
Stronov?
yeah, Gaz of Stronov. And this specific individual is a highly sought out target for the simple fact of what he can actually do. Like, yeah, normal look at him, you would think he's just your day to day like soldier, but not necessarily. You picked this one. I know what scene this is from too.
Mm-hmm.
But
It was that one or the one I sent you before?
oh really?
Yeah. I don't think we want that one.
No. But he's a very strong knight. I'd say just a strong fighter in general. And a few other secrets you get to learn about him later on if you keep watching. But he comes and he meets Ainz, and he's like, yeah, you know, you didn't have to do this, but you did, so I'm completely grateful. And the two of them actually hit it off pretty well. You know, and you Ainz gets like the inkling that showing up. I'm gonna spaz. I'm actually gonna spaz. Oh my god.
I was gonna say, didn't
But
he offer Ainz a sexual favor, but I forgot that was just me being stupid when we were watching. I forgot that I was doing my own dub.
but yeah, they get along pretty well. They end up, you know, calling in. Well, Ainz ends up calling in a favor or two from him later on. But their relationship's actually pretty positive in a sense. I mean, besides that, it's pretty straightforward, you know. Most of the first season kind of follows other characters outside of Ainz and their interactions with other characters for the world building.
Mm.
Because the world building in this anime, I think personally, was really well done.
Yeah, I can agree
I
with you.
I was like a really well built world. You know, it's not focused around the main character, which is also another thing. In most people's eyes, Ainz is actually a bad guy.
When you say most people, you
Fair
mean
to
most
say.
people who watch the show, or most
Who watched
like,
the show? Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
I mean, I guess in some
It-
ways you can see it. Yeah. I don't agree,
So-
but I can see how they would make that statement.
Yeah, because I'm just kind of I'm in the middle because I can never, you know, really be swayed to one side because of how I see things. I mean, it just comes in. I guess it just comes down to your point of view on things.
Yeah.
It's completely subjective. But I think that kind of touches like the first 5 episodes at least.
Yeah, because like nothing overly major in the plot happens in the first 5 episodes, and yet it still does a good job of like drawing you in and wanting to make you watch more.
You almost watched like 8 episodes.
It's like, dude, I gotta get up early in the morning. I gotta go to work. You're like, yeah, I gotta get up early too, and then it just clicks onto the next episode.
It's addicting because it's not center focus. It's not all of the elements like put into one specific spot. It's actually like really like spread out. Oh, what is this?
Applaud my supreme power.
That was actually me in like 2nd grade.
Oh no, I have something that's actually you.
Oh. I'm scared now. That's true. That is so true. And how keep it? Actually, season 4 got announced, and what's that? Yeah.
Doesn't even try to deny it.
That's her. That's her character in a nutshell.
When thieves are robbing your house and they tell you they got permission from your missing housemates, but then you figure out they're lying. Sasuga Ainz-sama.
Oh man,
this.
Oh man, I think they do a really good job, especially like after some point the tomb gets actually invaded outside of the first like 5 maybe 30 seconds of the first episode.
Yeah.
And that was just kind of honest. That opening scene kind of pulled me in.
Yeah, that does a really good job. But it makes you feel like it would be a completely different kind of anime just based on that alone.
Yeah. No words. Oh man. How long did it take you to find these memes?
Just a few seconds.
Oh, it's a red button. That is such a that's a good point, because he's just confused. It's just like, well,
this is the last one I have.
This is this one. Keep playing me guys on. Yeah.
Basically.
I do have to say, his Ainz, like IRL Ainz, makes me sad.
Yeah.
Supremely. Like
I don't understand the thought process of the character where the game Yggdrasil, right? It's kind of like a Sword Art Online type thing where you like full dive into the game, like you're physically there, your mind is in the game.
Yeah.
Why would you ever want to stay there while the game is being shut down? My first thought would be, yeah, I'm gonna get trapped in this game forever and I'm gonna be fucking deleted.
Yeah. But he just decided to stay.
He's like, fuck it. He was actually trying to commit suicide. It's the real dark backstory behind the anime.
That's just, I mean, if you were him, I'd be kind of.
Uh-huh.
Nothing.
Nothing. Forget about it.
It's stream sensitive. That's I don't want to
Yeah.
talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
Would
It's
is
spoilers.
it something that like one of the Paul brothers would film in like a forest? I'm not hearing a no.
No.
um
Yes, but actually no. But
how did you originally like come across this? Was it something that was recommended to you, or like did you find it on your own?
so I had originally found this like maybe like 2015 going through like anime stuff,
Mm.
and the specific scene popped up, and but there was no anime to it, and it was just that opening scene of like a squad getting wiped by, like, they walked to the tomb, killed all the skeletons, and then they got wiped.
You don't even get to see it happen. They're just dead.
They're just on the ground, and I was like, I don't know what that is, but I want to watch it.
You've got my attention.
You have my attention.
I can feel that. And like I said last week when you said that we were watching this, I started watching it because of you. It was like already on my list, and it was like during the time of like every season of anime had like one or two isekais coming out.
Yeah.
So it was just like there, and I was like, oh, I'll get to it when I get to it. And then you came in, you're like, oh yeah, there's an after credit scene in this one episode, and it's like two lizard people were just banging. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm not a furry or a scaly or anything, but you have my attention. I'm gonna go see this. And that's not even until like the second season.
It's crazy because I wouldn't expected like anyone to be just like, yeah, no, I'm in.
It wasn't even fully like invested. I was just like, all right, that's fucking weird. I gotta check this out. And then I saw like a good chunk of the first season, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep watching this. I haven't even gotten to what he told me yet.
I honestly think it's not even that it's like. See, normally I would call Overlord a drug, but it's a good thing. So it's not a drug. It's addictive, yes, but it's not a drug. I promise.
It's not black tar heroin. It's just regular heroin. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's just how immersive you can get. Because I think I told you I like went like a whole day just watching Overlord and like forgot that the whole day was like just going on. Like, I was just completely blind to the world.
I mean, it'd be like that sometimes. It just sucks you in. So what? Would you give it a 10?
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is. I can never just not say good things about this anime, and I will never stop preaching to the rooftops of wherever I am. It's like, bro, you gotta watch this shit. I recommended this shit to like all my friends, and none of them do regret it. It's like there's a fourth season coming out. I'm pumped.
There's like two or three movies, right?
Yeah.
I need to catch up on it, which I guess confirms, yes, I'm gonna keep watching. I'd give it like a solid 9. I wouldn't give it a 10.
I would only give it a 9 because it's albedo things. She gets annoying after a while.
I don't give it a perfect 10 because I know I'll never have albedo. The world is a fuck. Yeah, I really enjoy it. It's good. The character building, the world building is really good. I feel like when I originally watched it, I saw all of season 1, and I want to say like a huge chunk of season 2, because I think season 2 was premiering at the time, like still going on. And I'm one that like if a show is going on, I can't keep up with it. I have to just like wait for it to finish.
Yeah.
So I kind of fell off a little bit. But it felt like there was always like a new thing would happen, like new characters, but it didn't feel like I was overwhelming.
Yeah.
Especially
They
since yeah,
they do a really good job with like bringing in side characters that help progress.
yeah. And the thing is, like, they'll show you these characters. Like, you, for instance, you brought up all the maids earlier. We only get to see them like just standing in a group for like a couple of seconds in like a big group shot, and that's it. We don't actually get introduced to any of them in the first 5 episodes, and yet we saw them. So when they pop up later and they're actually like given names and we're told about them, it's not overwhelming because we've already seen these characters and we were already wondering, hey, who is that? So it does a good job of that. Even Shoutier?
Yep.
Like we get her introduction in episode 1, and you know, we get the initial introduction, we get a little bit of her communicating with everyone else and how everyone reacts with each other, and then like for the rest of the 5 episodes she's virtually not there anymore. But then she, like, if I'm remembering correctly, it is season 1 where she's like a huge deal later on.
Yeah, she becomes a huge fucking problem.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay, well that's good. So, but yeah, I'd give it a solid 9.
I respect it.
Yeah. Anything else you want to bring up about it before I go into next week's topic?
No, I think that's pretty good.
How about you, Celeste? I'm sorry.
You can't get away with this.
Alright, so pretty much since the beginning of this podcast, I've always chosen stuff that's like, you know, I have a past with it, I've seen it a million times, you know, all that type of shit. Like, nothing was new to me as far as my picks. So
Are we going blind today?
Yeah, well, for me personally, because I don't know if it's something you've seen. But I heard good things about it, and I'm excited, and it's been something that I've been wanting to see for a while. And that would be this, A Whisker Away.
That sounds familiar to me.
I think like the girl becomes the guy's cat or something like that, and she's like in love with him.
Oh,
I don't know.
I heard about this. I never watched it.
Yeah, it looks like one of those things that's like it's too beautiful and I'm gonna cry.
Oh, it's gonna pull a Violet Evergarden.
Yeah, I still haven't seen that.
Oh.
I'm afraid to watch that.
We're gonna watch that together, buddy. Don't you?
No, fuck no, we're not. I'll cancel this podcast before we do that. But yeah, I've been wanting to see this, and I figure, hey, I'm probably never just gonna fucking sit down and watch it on my own accord. So let me force myself to do it with the podcast. And as it says on the bottom, it's Netflix. I'm pretty sure it's a Netflix like original license thing, so it's easy to watch if you have Netflix, or if you have access to like a torrenting site. I mean, no, I didn't say that.
Slip the plugs in.
You're gonna want to go to NHENTAY .net/G. Don't listen to Lizer. Don't corrupt yourselves. So yeah, I'm guessing you've never seen it because you're saying it sounds familiar.
It sounds familiar, but I don't think I've actually seen it, so I'm now interested.
I tried to load it once on Netflix, and it played like a little trailer thing where like he goes to like give the cat like a little like nose kiss thing, and it was so beautifully animated, and I was like, nope. Not putting myself through this right now.
Oh man. Oh, I don't know if I'm ready for this yet.
Now I'm kind of excited. I just figured it was good to have something new, like completely blind on every side.
Yeah, it's always nice to have those kind of picks.
Yeah, breath of fresh air. Just next week, just a sob of heaping messes from two grown-ass men just crying over Discord. It was so fucking beautiful, man.
I can't wait. I actually just can't wait.
Watch along.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll do that. I should probably see about doing maybe like a watch along stream. Like maybe we can do something like that.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
That sounds.
We can all cry together. Yeah. Tune in next week. Anticipate it. For now,
Right.
see ya.
See ya.